and it was in person.
I know. You should
Came
be telling the manager.
all the way to the house just to tell us
I thought you were
that.
going to call it a studio. I was like,
Yeah, no, it's not a
like
studio.
Avernus.
And now we've had the
Not a
thumbs
studio.
up. The official thumbs up from the Dice Goblin means everything's okay. Yeah. How bizarre is this?
Oh, you mean in the actual chat thing, I take it?
Yes. Oh, yes. Welcome the surprise 5 other viewers that have just cropped up during our audio glitch there. That was
Howdy.
great.
Also, the TV thing has gone off for people.
Hi, viewers.
Hi, welcome to Roll to Hit. My name's Millie. This is my face.
We have a cat.
It is.
We don't.
We have a
We don't
cat.
have a cat, but there's one on there.
There's a
That's
cat.
that's
This-
Rosie
this
the cat.
makes everything better.
That's Simon and Lucy. That's Graham. I'm literally pointing to him on the other room. And then finally, but not least, I can't point to David because he's on.
No,
a
it's
different...
me. Hello.
Yes. A man who needs no introduction.
Yeah, the man.
Rosie, don't wash yourself when we're streaming.
No, that's what Rosie the Barbarian would do. So I'm all good with
Yes.
that.
She just
Entirely
stop
right.
and just have a read.
Stop! I'm tired. We're gonna get clean now. This is disgusting
Gonna
jungle.
wash now.
But we're not in a jungle. We're on the way to Baldur's Gate. We've got this caravan of people that have been collected,
Refugees.
And-
from
and-
from.
And can we just say, there's been a murder?
There's been a murder. Yeah, as we'll say it about 15 million times. Yeah, there has been a murder. What's his name? Billiam. Billiam, the really annoying bard, was murdered during somewhere between like middle of the night watch and an earlier watch, and we need to work out who it is. We had our suspicions. We chatted with a couple of folks around the caravan, and then we got distracted.
I did some investigating.
Yes,
I
Tanala
looked
did
through some things. I found a book.
Yeah,
Was it the book?
it was Billiam's journal.
Yeah. I think Mordrin's of the opinion at this point that they should just move on, but I don't know.
No, but Ray is expecting to do a big judgment and stuff, isn't she? She's expecting to be a
She
big
might have
military
her
commander
Sounds
and
like she's in charge.
yeah, place a
Yeah.
judgment on this culprit, and because the Morning Lord is with us, we will
Among others.
achieve justice by Tia's blessing or something similar. I'm not sure. While we were investigating and questioning things, there was a fight between some of the other refugees, some of the other folks in the camp. One of them being Ip, who is it Ip? No, it was Pal. Pal, the young lad who helps Ip the baker. He was having a fight with the blacksmith we picked up.
Yeah.
Because he saw that the blacksmith saw that Pal had a letter had something written by Billiam, and he was hiding it.
And it was an extremely embarrassing love letter.
It was a beautiful sonnet, and then Pal got very embarrassed. Moradrin sobered up the other side of the party with lay on hands immediately, sobering them up. And while this was happening, nobody kind of saw a strange, perfect alignment of shadows and furniture that cast Volus, the rogue, no, not the rogue, the
Ranger.
scout,
The scout,
the half-elven scout, as some sort of devil, like wreathed in flames and horns, and it looked very biblical, I guess.
Yeah.
Except not
Yes.
biblical, because we're in the Forgotten Realms and it's different religions, and as Erifale will say, there are many gods,
all the
great gods.
No, that's the complete opposite. There's only one.
Oh, there's
It
only
just
one,
pretends
but
to be lots of
there's
people.
many different faces. And that was kind of where we ended, because it got a bit late and we were a bit tired. And so that is everything that's happened in the past 4 sessions. No, it's not. There's a lot
I
more to
think
it than that.
Yeah, that was just last week.
I would say that as we're doing the stream and we possibly have people new to the characters, would it be worth just also saying Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Go
it
for
would.
it.
I'm playing Tanala and I'm a Furbolg. I'm quite tall.
A rogue.
I am a rogue.
Sneaky
Well,
rogue.
people say I'm a bit of a rogue, but I think I'm quite nice. I don't mean to be sneaky, but I'm just really shy, so I kind of go invisible and disappear a bit,
Mhm.
and might occasionally sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
But I'm mostly nice. Just, big.
Just yeah.
Big, giant king and all.
And in the caravan from Elturel to Baldur's Gate, you've kind of been dubbed the farrier.
The farrier.
Farrier.
I've been put in charge of the horses because I can speak to the horses. I can't understand what they're saying, but I can speak to them, and they seem to like it.
Yeah.
I also give them carrots, so goes down well. Make friends.
Because you sat next to Lucy, who is Tanala the farrier.
I'm playing Mordrin, who is a gnomish paladin of the god Lathander. I think I've been given the role of adjutant. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah, you're
So,
Ray,
yeah,
you're
that's the
second in
thing.
command, kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, finding my feet. I'm not quite sure what's going on with all this stuff yet, but we'll see.
You're a paladin.
I said that.
Paladin of Lathander, yeah. Praise Lathander.
Hello.
Hello, Rosie.
Yes, you've already been introduced.
Rosie is a barbarian.
Do you want to go next, David?
Yes, I'm nobody who is an Azamar fallen Hellrider, now warlock. Somewhat disillusioned with the whole doing good business. And yes, I have a horse also, a war horse called Donkey.
Donkey.
My
Are you doing it in the
horse
Shrek
called
voice, or is it
Zephyr.
actually just Donkey?
Any similarities to characters in Shrek are purely accidental.
Yes, your horse is not voiced by Eddie Murphy.
My horse is not voiced by Eddie Murphy, and it is a war
shame.
horse rather than an actual donkey,
Actual donkey.
He was busy, sadly.
and it doesn't talk
It
in any
doesn't-
capacity, voiced by Eddie Murphy or anybody else.
No.
Oh, you can talk to it though.
Tanala can talk to all the beasts.
It's true.
Go on, Graham.
So I am Aziraphale. I'm a sort of cleric in that I don't really believe in any particular god because they all exist. We're really just one person pretending to be lots of things. That causes a lot of confusion in the D&D world. And I have a book that tells me everything that will ever happen, but it's written cryptically and I often don't understand it. That's about it for Aziraphale so far. I haven't quite decided what he's going to be like.
Have we decided what the book's called?
Not really, because I stole it from the actual Aziraphale, so it can't really be called the nice and accurate prophecies of a particular person.
It's not the nice and accurate
I
prophecy.
did call my horse Phaeton in
Phaeton. Is it
homage.
something like the cryptic and crude prophecies of John the Bastard?
Really, it just says diary, property of Metatron.
Okay.
I'm probably not supposed to have it, but I couldn't resist.
Couldn't resist it. All right. So yeah, that's our bunch of brave adventurers who
Misfits.
who were previously caught in some kind of conspiracy that we might get to the bottom of once we return to Baldur's Gate. But right now we're on the road. It's late at night. There's just been that fight that Aziraphale and Moradrin.
No, I'm not there.
No,
was
is it?
Tanala and Moradrin.
Tanala and Moradrin.
Myself and nobody were patrolling the camp.
Yes, you were. Yes, I remember. And that's where we sort of return. I don't think we'd taken another rest, so it's still that evening.
It was late in the evening when the fight happened. I think.
Yeah.
I think we should set up a better watch. Maybe double the people on watch, because you don't want that happening again.
No. Okay.
I think before we settle down for the evening, we should group together. We've sort of gone off and done different bits of investigation.
Mhm.
I think where we left it was nobody was deciding what he was going to do next, because you literally just had the big reveal and you're like, right, where is everybody?
Yeah. So were we gonna like get together for evening stew, work out the logistics of a new and improved watch, and perhaps have a chat? Is that the plan?
Well, it sort of
Yeah, I
depends
think so.
on
We need to
nobody,
group-
because if he's going to start shouting fire or devil, then that's going to change things a little bit.
Well,
Yeah, we kind of need to know what nobody's
Alright.
doing, I think.
Well, that's what I mean. I think that's what the omnipotent being that controls our lives means. In that, we're all going to meet up, and then he can decide what he's going to do, whilst he has some stew. Have our evening meal whilst we organise the watches.
Okay, fine.
Yes, I am not going to do anything initially once I've discovered the, suspect Volis of whatever it is that I may suspect Volis of.
Mm-hmm.
I will wait until, while people are dealing with the commotion that they were dealing with.
Yeah. So yeah, the fight subsides thanks to Nala and Mordrin. It's all sorted, so to speak, and everybody dies down. Wellham, who is the gent,
Blacksmith guy?
yeah, the gent who was arguing with Pal, now he's sober. He sort of stomps off, instant hangover. He's off to find some
More alcohol.
Yeah.
more alcohol, some
Out of the dog.
bacon, something to make him less unhappy.
Yeah,
I
because it
think.
takes away the poison, it does not rehydrate you.
No, it doesn't. Does not. So he's stomped off to go and sort that out, leaving the camp sort of quiet. After Volis has finished speaking with nobody, she continues off on her way. She heads on into camp. I think she's going to go and get some berries. She just makes her excuses and heads off from nobody. And the camp, now that the theatre has kind of died off, returns to evening. Kind of a few folks around the centre of the camp around the fire. Others have gone back to like their tents. The innkeeper, she's gone to make sure her husband's okay after we had the afternoon questioning and moved him out the tent and stuff. So yeah, there's just the general kind of movement around the camp. Folks are making sure the goats and cattle and the other bits and pieces are away. Ip has probably gone back to cataloguing all the food and chastising Pal for how badly it's packed and that kind of stuff. So it's the normal bustle of the camp, if you will, leaving you folks ready to do what you want.
Well, I will serve up some stew to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm going to
think.
randomly guide people as they go past.
Oh, right, okay.
Just choose a different god every time.
Sure, yeah, on your way back. So are we all meeting up at, like, the second in command tent? Have we got, like, a post, or have we all got our own spaces to go to, or what's, like, I'm feeling a
Well, I
bit...
say, but I was thinking we'd actively aim to meet up because
Uh-huh.
we need to discuss what we've been doing through the day because we've all gone and done slightly different.
Yeah, we all play
And we
Treasure
need to
Investigation.
sort out a better watch
Okay.
where people don't die in the middle of the night.
So yeah. Nobody.
Yes.
We'd like
Yes.
some stew. It's quite
Yes.
good stew.
Yes. I don't think there's much range of options anyway. Yes. Let's go with that. Look. I'll share this with you.
Do you have cheese?
Yes, and I hand them a piece of cheese each.
We'd like a
Today's a
selection of
great day.
cheeses, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
In array.
It magically produces a cheese
Cheese
ball.
board.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fair Sorry, that's ticklish.
So I was milling around, and I saw the scout Volis,
Mm.
and I think there's something sketchy going on.
That's interesting. I did
Was
speak.
she doing something?
I did speak to her earlier, and she seemed fairly on the level. But what
Yeah.
did you see?
Well, I just have a bit of an instinct for these things.
Mm.
I
For evildoers in general.
mean, you know, you get a bit of a nose for it when you're when you've got an angelic ancestry like me.
Ah. I didn't
That
know
that I suspect that's
I
why.
thought you were a human.
Oh no, I am an asthma. It doesn't really it doesn't show too much, but yes,
Hmm.
Wow.
I am quite short for an asthma.
So
Also for a stormtrooper.
what feeling? You just got a bad feeling, or
Well, as a descendant of the Celestials, you just get a bit of a vibe about this.
so you think perhaps some more in-depth questioning might be in order?
I think you should take it upon yourself to see if you can ascertain whether there's any undue influence going on vis-a-vis Volis.
Right. So that's absolutely something I can potentially do.
Or you can look through her things. Did I already look
You
through
already
It
did
might be a
that
slight-
because she was my
it might be a
first
slightly
suspect,
simpler
so we
way of
rifled
dealing
through her
with
stuff.
Oh, she carries her things on her, doesn't she?
She does have a tent, I'm sure you went through it.
Yeah.
Did Wallace leave the camp, Millie?
We saw her head off. Well, nobody saw her head off. But now, as we're sat here having stew, discussing this, we're not quite sure where she is. The direction, like originally we saw her heading towards the fight, and then she just sort of, you know, we heard it sort of die down, and then she kind of went off further, didn't she?
Okay.
She was quite disappointed about the fight not going ahead, if you remember.
We need to go and find her.
Well,
possible.
how urgent is it, nobody? Is this, over the next
Oh,
few days?
I have no. I don't know about whether there's any kind of form of urgency involved.
Well,
I mean, I'm
Is
not
she
saying
likely
that I
to
know
want
anything.
to do any more ritual stabbings?
I mean, I have no idea. All I know is that she's somebody that maybe is worth challenging.
where did you see her last?
At the fringes of the camp.
Right.
I don't mind seeing if we can track her down.
I mean, I didn't want to follow her, as I'm sure you've established earlier. I kind of haven't. I'm kind of a bit out of practice when it comes to the old fighting, and as I'm not particularly good at hiding either, I didn't want to be left, as one might say, as a sitting duck.
I'm sure some of us could track her down.
Yeah, we should try and find her. That would be the thing to do. I mean, there's something I can do to determine whether certain sketchy things.
We don't have to act like it's a big deal. We can just say we decided we need more foragers and we need Volis to start showing people what are the good berries and where do you look for water and things like that. Can you go and get food at night? So we can go and ask her now about that sort of stuff. That's all we need to do is just ask people.
So we'll finish up the stew and we'll go and try and find Wallace.
Okay. So while we're finishing up stew, we're possibly talking about, we've got like a drawn in the floor rough sketch of the the caravan, and we're maybe marking on like this would probably be a good space to stick somebody, and I'm pretty sure I've taught Ted how to use a crossbow, use a bow and arrow, that kind of stuff.
I was going to say light a torch. I don't think we're that advanced yet.
Yeah, light a torch. Well, they are just common folk. They're.
There is a way I can, going to find Volis, there is a thing I can do,
But what we're doing
which
right
would
now
determine.
is setting up
Well, like all good clerics, there is a thing I can do tomorrow.
I can determine whether she's not of the ancestry she appears to be. In fact, I would know the same of you, nobody.
Yeah, the
Goodness.
detect good and evil thing.
It's divine sense.
Yeah.
So if we find her, I can do that.
So while we do that, Gordrick, who's the dwarf, the dwarf from the smith, he's got like a bowl of stew in his hand, and he sort of saunters up a bit, and he goes, "Have you seen Willem? He was in a bit of a foul mood earlier. I thought maybe you'd put him on a timeout or something. This is his stew. I've had a wander round. I can't find him.
Where did you last see him?
Well, he swung by my tent and took one of my bottles of brandy, and then said he was gonna go and sit down and think things
Shall we
through.
see if we can track this guy down?
And he sort of like, he's got stew for that kind of like. Do you want the?
Why don't you take the
No,
stew back
I've
to your
eaten
tent?
mine. Thank you.
All right, yeah, I'll go take it back. But
Is this the chap I lay on hands on before?
yeah. So this is the
So
one who
I'm
was
trying
fighting
to
with
One who
Pal.
was trying to
Well,
fight
why
the
not?
pal
But-
guy.
If he goes off right now, he might get turned into a
He
sacrifice.
could. We should probably go and find him.
I think we probably need to. Do we know what the fight was about?
One guy thought he was. He thought that it was the murderer because he saw it with a piece of paper.
From the
But the
Gonagold.
piece of paper was a romantic sonnet because he really fancies what's her face.
What's her face being the elven woman who's been calling for calm and sense.
So he got the poet to write a sonnet
Mhm.
so he could be all elven-y at her.
Right.
I think that's what he meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
I mean, out of
Elves
character,
like
it
pretty
seemed like
flowery
I
things.
forgot the half elf's name, but she seemed to like incite it, and then try and. Are you giving that to me?
No, I'm just looking up my list of people.
and
Dara, that's her name, Dara.
Feed off it. All right then. So
We could
What's
start
this
at
dwarf
his
called?
tent and do survival checks to.
yeah, well, let's ask the dwarf guy. Where have you come from, dwarf guy?
Oh, well, I've came from my tent,
So
Yeah.
and I've looked all around.
Willem-
there, we
did
might be
Willem
able
go
to
back
follow
to the
him.
tent?
Well, he came back to my tent, took my
To get the
brandy,
bottle. Okay, yeah.
said he's going to drink a bit again, and he'd be back in a bit for some stew, but his stew's here and it's a bit cold.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go. We'll start at the tent and go
Start
then.
at the tent and track from there. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I mean, I'm not very good at tracking.
But friend Aziraphale here can guide you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sure there are people here with a higher wisdom score than me.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Aziraphale himself, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah. I did not take survival, but I am supposedly wise. I took +3.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
So
a
you
wise. I
could
didn't
guide
take religion.
yourself once we get there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can. I will cast light on my warhammer.
Do we want to keep track on the camp at all?
Have we? Well,
We're still within the camp at the moment.
We're staying within the camp.
Perhaps if we see if the tracks go beyond, then we might have to consider what we're going to do then.
Well, we were in the process of setting up where we were going to put the crossbows
Mm-hmm.
for the watch. We could just get a couple of people start watching now.
You start the watch early.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we can do that while Aziraphale's working out
which direction?
which direction to go.
Okay, us
Does
two are-
anybody actually have survival?
No.
Perfect. I see we gel
went through this.
nicely.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody.
Schultz all over again. None of us had survival there.
Yeah, myself and nobody will take our horses, if that's okay with nobody, and go to the guy's tent and see what we can find.
All right, so you follow Gordrick to his tent,
Yes.
and Gordrick's still got this bowl of stew. He says, "No, he's not here. I've looked around. He left with my brandy and went off."
Yes, we're going to look for where he went.
Okay.
Nobody, would you like to try?
I would have liked to try what?
To find where the tracks of Billiam is?
Well, you're the one with the best survival check,
We're not
I
there.
think.
I know, I was going to sit down and read my book and see if it would tell me where he'd gone, but I suppose I'll just look on the ground instead.
I mean, I can try a survival check, but it has no reason to
So
do anything successful.
I will guide myself and then roll some dice then, eh? Oh, that's good. That's a 17.
17, nice. On a D4.
That's a 3. I got 23. So I'm
Alright.
slightly disappointed. I should have just looked in the book and I would have done better.
23, okay. So you search all around Wellham's tent. You can see that it looks like he's taken a blanket, and it's a bit of a mess in there. It's not that well kept. There are quite a few empty bottles from other drinks and a stinky kind of tankard in there as well. So he's been on the booze a bit, but he's not here. And you can see that he's sort of been in and around. There's a bit of a staggery footsteps, but no, he's not here. And you sort of gather that he hasn't been back since.
Yeah, do I find his trail?
It sort of leads off to Gordrick's tent, which is a bit of the way down, and then it sort of gets lost in the middle of the camp for a bit.
Okay.
Require another survival check at that point to carry on, or
Yeah, well, like Gordrick is like, I've searched the camp. He's not. I've looked around. I've called him out. He's not here.
Where's the closest exit from the camp from Gordrick's tent?
Like if you just weave your way out and along, you'll eventually get there. And, like there's no palisades or defences on your camp.
Oh, I thought we had those.
Have you got them?
Yeah, I thought we did.
Just
but-
little
yeah,
wooden
like-
fences and ring the carts.
Yeah, we had those since the start, I
A
think.
lager.
Yeah.
Can if you're happy to come with, can we perhaps go to the last place I saw Volis
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
see if we can find any tracks and follow any tracks?
Sure.
Once-
Yeah.
Millie,
So-
once we've got a couple of people set up with crossbows sort of on watch and
Yeah.
on guard, are we okay to rejoin?
Yeah. So I think by the time you've rallied these folks, Azeraphale and nobody have made their way through the camp. You sort of meet up, and it's not far from the central campfire in the middle of the area. I guess is where you sort of follow Gordrick's grumpy footsteps, which
Yes.
is similar to the place where you last saw Volis. Nobody.
Yeah, I suppose
your
if...
survival check was high enough to tell that his footsteps were grumpy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, grumpy footsteps.
Stomping
Stomping.
Yes, if you put your ear on it, you can hear the emotions. It's a
Deeper in
small
the
trick for
heel.
you.
And like he's squelching the
It's
ground
tilted to
underneath
the left
it. Yeah,
and slightly forwards.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
grumpy.
exactly. Grumpy footsteps.
I suppose if we can't pick up Vordris, is it?
Volis.
Volis is... we can go to a tent and start from there as well.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I suppose... Shall I do the survival check then?
Sure.
I just take the same result as last time?
No, you roll again.
I get 11, 12, 15.
15. It's a little bit more difficult here because of all the extra traffic. But you eventually you pick up heading towards one side of the camp, and it's Volis's footsteps. You do spot nearby some of Wellham's stompy feet. And Volis's...
I just want to check whether it's the heels are still at the left and if he's still grumpy.
It looks like he's
With a 15, you don't know.
he's
I know what to look for now, though.
he's in step with Volis. Like they're both
Oh, it's
relatively
probably just
together.
A date. Everything's okay.
Yeah, it's a date. They're having a date. They've gone out on a romantic.
Okay, that should make it easier to follow then, because I'm now looking for the pairs of footsteps rather than anything else.
Yeah, so they head to the edge of the camp, and then it starts getting a little bit darker. They leave the campsite and head off into.
Okay, so as a reminder, who can see in the dark? I know I cannot.
I'm literally
I
just
can.
checking that.
I have the dark vision, I think.
Rachel?
I also have a light cantrip.
Yeah, I do
I
as well. I cast it
cannot.
on my big warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need light.
I
We're gonna need light.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna need light. I can't see in the dark.
I'm all right.
So 3 out of 4 of us can't see in the dark then. Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you guys can all see in the dark, then just scoot like 30 metres or 35 feet away from me and I'll walk by myself to look like a target.
Oh, with your big hole.
Yeah, with a big shiny
Shiny
light
light.
wandering around by myself, yes. But as we all need the light, then we should probably stick together and perhaps nobody should cast it on something as well.
Yeah. Okay. So we need light because only
Yeah,
nobody
well, I've got
can
mine
see in the
on
dark.
already, 'cause
Yeah,
I thought
okay.
it was dark, so.
So we head out. You can see in the darkness. The land around here is quite undulating. Good word, isn't it? Yeah. And it gets a little harder to follow where they've gone.
So just as an aside to my fellow players, do we want to start shouting for him, or are we going to try and just, see what's happening?
I would just keep going as we are for now.
Yeah.
I think we might have to do another check to keep following these
I'll
tracks.
attempt to
so-
make a survival check. Oh, that's not very good. That
Well,
was
I will, when we need to, I'll guide myself. At least I get to add at least 4 to my dice roll.
One thing that we could... No, I can't move it, never mind.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can hear or pick up any sounds of people being brutally slayed in
Carved.
killings?
Yeah, sure. make a perceive ritual killings check.
Oh, I only rolled a 5.
Tanala cannot
Behind us.
conceive of ritual killings. She's too good a person. Yeah. It's hard in the darkness. Sound carries.
I don't think it made any noise, because
Yeah.
I think the lady screamed in the morning.
Yeah, the
The
original.
actual killing must have been very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Definitely
we
was.
could do with the Aziraphale making another survival check, probably to carry on this track,
Um,
or somebody.
if somebody wants to make that roll, he will guide them as he's not at the
Just to be
table
clear,
at this
somebody
moment.
does not exclude nobody.
Somebody does not, unless you would you like to make a another
Oh, I got
word? Oh, there we go. Tanala's doing it.
15.
This check.
Yeah, a rendezvous check.
Is that a rendezvous check, is it? Okay.
Is that a 15 with guidance?
Oh, that's a 15 with everything.
No, it's fair. So it's not. Oh, is that your light cantrip?
Extinguishing my light cantrip.
No,
No, we can't see.
no, it's all gone dark.
Oh, no, wait, it's on my warhammer. I blind myself looking at it.
So while Aziraphale is blinding himself by the holy light
Only slightly.
of the one true God,
Oh, this isn't holy, this is just magic.
magic. Oh yeah, of course. Tanala, it's not Volus's footprints you kind of find, but a little bit further out on the way to perhaps a corpse of woods, a corpse of trees, on the undulating woodlands, on the undulating land. You spot
Everything's...
yeah, everything's bumpy. There is a space where somebody kind of must have fallen over, like a whole bunch of flattened grass and flowers where somebody's fallen
We'll
over.
investigate it for if anyone's dropped any brandy or.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are you thirsty?
Oh, nice. 1 second. I'm quite good at investigating. That's an 18.
You don't find like a bottle of brandy or anything like that. You do.
Does it smell?
Yeah, it definitely smells. Maybe somewhere in this mush of grass is like sick or something. From
I regret
All your life choices.
all of my life.
All
You
of
definitely
their
found it
life
with that higher
choices.
roll.
But yeah, you don't find a bottle of brandy, but there's definitely an odor of booze and stuff here that leads you to believe you're on the right
Odor
trail.
hangover.
Odor
So we're on the-
hangover, yeah.
we're definitely on the right path to finding him at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are her footprints gone?
It's hard to see them in the dark, and obviously she's comfortable in the woodlands.
Okay, then she might be floating.
She might be flying as well. Yes.
Okay. Should I roll for the next one then, or do you not need one from us?
Yeah, you can roll for the next one. Always welcome to roll dice.
Yeah. I may as well abuse my guiding. So
It's a cantrip.
that's a 13, 16, 19.
Yeah. So
I know where he's going, where he's been, and where it'll be next Tuesday.
where he's been was the camp behind us.
Told you I knew it.
Where he's going
That way.
is towards this group of trees. It heads off that way, quite in a bit of a wobbly path at first, but
Oh,
then
cool, we
it
can
sort
catch
of
up then.
then sort of makes it up straight. After maybe 5-10 minutes, like, are you just walking along? Are you trying to stealth along? Are you calling out?
We have a massive glowing hammer.
Yeah, okay.
But
I
we
have,
said
I
we
have
were just going to
-1 and
walk,
disadvantage.
and we weren't shouting.
Okay, so we're just walking. There's a glowing hammer.
Can I suggest everybody who... Is it only me who can see in the dark?
Yes.
I can see in the dark.
Oh,
Can I... Oh, may I suggest that we separate ourselves somewhat physically from everybody else?
I mean, the problem is I am very loud walking around in my armour.
Can I suggest that I separate myself
Yes.
off from everybody else?
I mean, I could try
Excellent
being
iteration of
stealthy,
plans there.
but then I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
that's the opposite of
probably a good
stealthy.
idea.
all right.
Like sneak, clunk when you hit
So,
something.
so nobody, are you gonna solo stealth mission off the front of the party towards these trees?
No, that's not what... I wasn't necessarily... No, I was more kind of going to horizontally separate myself
Oh, okay.
Go
by
on, flank.
maybe 30 to 40 feet or so,
Mhm.
and sort of approach parallel to them,
I see. Yeah. Okay.
but separate from the group. So no,
Sure.
I'm not necessarily going off ahead.
So,
If I may, I think I'd like to go off on the other flank for the same purpose, but obviously if I am not stealthy, I'm the very opposite of stealth, so I would be drawing attention.
sure.
That might
away
be
from
okay, though.
clients.
That might help nobody hide. Like, if you think
Yeah.
they found the secret person
It
trying to
sound
trick
like a
them.
bigger group of people as well, so if we are coming up to
Imagine
the
it's
end,
like a bag of change being jingled,
Chink,
considering
chink,
his
chink.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
and chainmail.
Aziraphale and
Tanala.
Tanala are following the path. Nobody coming round one side, Moradrin across the other, and we're all going to make like a pincer movement on the trees up ahead. Is that the plan?
It's like
Yes, and I'm
the
also
same
going
story
to-
as
Could I also use Misty Visions
Ooh.
as well to, again, about 40 feet to the side, make it look like there is a light dog, a light-skinned dog,
Okay, yeah. This dog appears. like
just
a-
silently moving through. Doesn't not to look like it's with us, but just as an alternative thing to be seen.
Okay.
I will occasionally say hello to the trees.
Remember to whisper. It gives the game away
I don't
otherwise.
think we're being very subtle, to be honest. I could stealth, but as I say, my vision isn't.
Well, you could
best.
hide within 30 foot of me, because I'm just like
I
pointing
suppose.
my warhammer
See you
forwards.
later then.
Yeah.
I cause confusion by waving at you while holding the hammer.
Yeah.
And I disappear. I dive into the bushes by the side of the road.
Yeah. So,
I hold my hammer sideways in an attempt to be helpful and show more
And
light.
I will roll a stealth for me.
yeah, nobody. What's your passive perception?
11.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You definitely see this. So, what's the size of it? So there is clearly something interested in this misty dog. You see, what does it look like? This movement, a shadow sort of moves when the dog sort of appears out of nothing, and there's a rustle in the foliage in the trees up ahead, and it seems to move over towards where the dog is, or
I
the
just
dog's
imagine
approaching
Russell
from.
Brand looming out of. Sorry.
Hello. It
Surely Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, yeah. No, it's not Steve Irwin. I know what it is. It's not Steve Irwin. And there's definitely something up ahead. You see this movement thing in the dark, this shadow and shape in the darkness move. And then as you sort of look at that one, you can see that something else darts into the woods as well.
Can I decipher anything about either of them? See what they are.
I'm just gonna disappear and get the monster manual to see what they look like.
Ooh.
Can you reach, or do you want me to get it for you?
I was looking for the normal monster manual, but that
They'll
appears
be
to.
upstairs in a dialed room.
And the dice goblin has got it. I should message her. She's no doubt watching and be like, "Give me back my monster manual." She's suspiciously quiet in chat. But I've got this one, so that's okay.
Excuse me.
It's not a
Do you have the
demi-lich.
fancy one?
I do have the fancy one, yeah. It's not a demi-lich.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it's not a demi-lich. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, there's a whole camp of people back there. See you later.
Yeah. Bye.
I still always get excited when someone says, "Well, at least it's only half as bad as a lich."
Oh yeah.
No, it's
Is
not.
it the top half or the bottom half?
Top half definitely, because it's a skull.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's half as bad, but it's not.
Just get my dice warmed up.
For that demi-lich. The sound of dice
Oh,
on
what's
glass.
Where is it?
Do you want to tell us what it is, or
No.
okay?
I want to be.
You'll have to roll knowledges to know what it is.
Is it spooky?
I do believe it is a custom thing for the.
Eldritch.
No. Alright, so it doesn't have a flying speed, which means it probably doesn't have wings. Or at least wings of a size that are useful.
I really hope it's a dire emu at this
A
point.
dire emu, yes. A giant dire emu.
No, it's actually emu with rod hole attached.
Like,
That's
I'm not sure if
terrifying.
Rodhull is alive, so just an emu dragging around Rodhull's corpse does sound pretty scary.
Gosh, that got dark.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, stop
Hi,
with
Internet.
nightmares
How you
there,
doing?
Graham. Someone please
I
write
want to
into
fight that as a
something.
monster now.
That'd be amazing.
So it doesn't have wings, so it doesn't have a flying speed, so it's not got wings. It looks, it's quite big, very thin. Yeah, quite thin. And I guess there is maybe in the ambient light that you're using for your dark vision, a bit of reflection of what look to be long, wicked white teeth.
It looks like the kind of thing that Mordrin would kill on sight.
Yeah, definitely. And then perhaps, oh look,
I have a monster manual, but you can have this.
oh
Oh,
So,
yeah,
The fancy Xanathars. Is it a fancy one?
it is a
Can
fancy
I-
one, yeah.
sorry.
No, there was another one.
Yeah, go on. So yeah.
Can the dog then slowly move
Mhm.
so that it's increasingly not just in front of me, but it sort of moves across so that it's in front of everyone?
All right,
And
so
I'm
it
that
tracked-
gets them to follow.
tracks across the party. So yeah, you see this creature, extended, like elongated arms, very very gaunt, mouth, like face full of teeth, kind of thing. It sort of stalks just along the edge of the woodland. The dog, as you guys are slowly sort of making your way forwards, and then when the dog gets near and in front of Aziraphale with his
Glowy hammer.
glowy hammer, it sort of looks up like, oh shit, I didn't do a very good job of guard duty. Look how close those guys have gone. And it begins to like withdraw and back off.
Have I seen it?
Yes, I
13
think.
for passive
I have a
perception.
passive of 15 as well.
Yeah, so everybody,
Wow, that is
unless our paladin's got less.
11. Same as
Yeah.
nobody.
So yeah, you definitely see this thing, and it suddenly goes, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble," and begins to draw off.
Just 1 second.
How close is it?
It's probably about 35, 40 foot away at this point.
Could I turn invisible and then move right up to it?
Yeah, I think we might have to
Like-
roll initiative then if we're going to start doing stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modrin, are you looking for? Were you checking
I
for
was
like
gonna try and cast a spell on it, but
Like a whole bell, book, and candle thing.
bell book? Summon a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
Oh, well
That's
done.
not bad for a paladin.
Would you like me to roll initiative?
Yes, please, everybody, roll initiative.
Oh, we love those words.
Like the parrot, like roll initiative.
Sweet. I may have rolled a 1.
If only you were a halfling.
Oh, I'm lucky.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Oh, God damn.
That helps. Yeah, there you
Well, I achieved a 400% improvement.
go. Nice. Ugh,
So I got a 7
nice. Well done. Good job, you.
because I get to have my wisdom bonus due
You
to
do.
my non-god.
All right. Anybody get over 20?
Nope.
No. Anybody get 20 to 15?
Oh, you got 18. Hello.
She knows she's on the internet. Is that what it is?
Do you know you're on the internet?
She's just got to let it be known that Chinthe is a very naughty brother.
Yes.
I think she's complaining about the
The
lack of
worst.
boxes.
Yeah. So 15 to 10. And who's in that bit?
I got 13.
13. 13. 10 to 5.
7 for me.
How did you do, nobody? 3.
What's your modifier?
1.
Ah. I have -1, so. Yeah.
All right, Tanala, you see this?
Oh, do you know, I have -1.
See?
So I actually got 6. I get to add 3 and take 1 off.
Oh. So Tanala,
Any action dash.
yeah. So you're about 10 foot. Yeah, you get right up to this gaunt, thin-looking thing.
When I'm facing people like it's like an actual beast or like it's a hellish monstrosity.
It's definitely not any beast you've ever seen. In fact, it doesn't even smell right. Like, you can tell it's got this horrible,
Sulfur.
horrible brimstony, fiery scent, even though it's dark and disgusting.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier
Uh-huh.
and say, "Stop right there."
Okay. And you're going to hold an action for it to...
I'm gonna hold an action to stab if it either attacks me or
runs away.
well, I'll get an attack if it moves
Yeah.
out my own.
Alright.
So if it does anything aggressive, I will stabinate it.
Sure. Mordrin.
Right. I will move up as far as I can. I think I'd have to double move to
Would it
get.
be a knowledge check? Would it be like a religion check or something to know what it is?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a religion check, yeah.
It's better for you. isn't
Well,
it?
I'd move up. That's going to be an action and a move. So I'll move up.
Yeah, get right up close.
I'll move up as much as I can.
Well,
And
what is
then
your movement? Because you're about 40.
because I'm a gnome.
Yeah,
It's
so
only
you did.
about 40 feet away, so-
Yeah,
Okay. And then I'll make a religion check.
yeah.
Ooh, steady now. That's probably not going to be very good. I forget what my religion is. I am proficient. It's only an 11, unfortunately.
It's probably some sort of devil. The shape and the scent of it in the area makes you feel like it's it's definitely not.
I draw my sword.
Yeah, a good thing. Do you have anything with your bonus action? No, I don't think there are many bonus action
No.
options
No,
for
you
paladins.
did a double move.
You did
I
a
did a
double
double
move,
move, and you let me have the knowledge check, so
Yeah.
I think that's probably everything I can do.
Yeah. All right.
At least he's going to get more oppies if it tries to
To run away.
run away.
It hisses and spits and slathers and tries to bite Tanala.
Oh, little.
That's very rude. Oh, you'll smack it right in its face then.
Oh, it gets a natural 1.
Well, I got an 18 on the dice,
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit it.
which is a...
And you have an ally in
Yeah, I know.
melee now as well.
Which is... That... Where's my sneak attack? Oh, there it is. There we go. Sneak attack is 1d6
Yes,
still.
D6, yeah.
So, 2d6 plus 2. Ooh, that's a fox face. 6, 9, 10, 11 points of stabby damage.
Nice.
When you hold an action, you don't hold your offhand attack. No, because that's
No, that's a bonus action. So that was 11 points of stabbing to some abyssal kidney.
I tried being nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't look like it understood anything you said.
I should have spoken enjoying.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Aziraphale.
I will say, bugger off, old chap, in Celestial, and then smack it in the face.
Alright, so you're gonna run up. If it's over 30 foot away, what is your movement?
Oh, I don't think it was that far away.
Yeah, it's 30 to 40 foot away, so it's just
Oh,
outside.
I am literally 30 foot.
Because Tanala had to use her bonus action to get the extra bit up.
Oh, sorry, I thought Mordrin had walked up and done
Yeah,
an
but he
action.
didn't have an action. He used
Yeah,
his
he
action.
used his
Double
action to
move.
get there. It was a double move for
Okay.
Mordrin as well.
So if it's 35 foot, I've got a 5 foot reach. If it's 40 foot, I can't make it.
No, I don't think you can make it. Not this round.
Okay, no worries then.
Move up and boop him on the snoot.
Yeah,
Cast the magic on him.
sadly no. Most of my things are touch spells.
Holy weapon,
No,
was it?
no, we're only level 2. We don't get any fun stuff yet.
Oh, okay.
I will curse it in Celestial a few more times.
Have you got no cantrips that are range?
I've got Guidance, Light, and Spur the Dying.
Oh no, you don't. Okay, you're that kind of cleric,
The lovely kind.
the lovely
He's
kind
a
of cleric.
lovely cleric.
All right, so
I
you
could run away quick.
Get right the way up.
yeah, you get right the way up to this thing, this hellish.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll throw my net on it.
That would be an
I
action.
don't know
though.
why I always have to bring the most useless
Yeah, well,
of
then he
things.
doesn't need to get as close, does he?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
could throw your net with a range. Yeah, so you could run 30 foot and then make your range attack roll
Yes.
with a net. Okay, cool, sure. Why does Aziraphale have a net?
I'm just an awkward person and pick stupid things. So rather
Net's in
than
the
an
bar.
actual range weapon, I picked a net.
Nice, okay.
Even
Sure.
though the Red Knight makes me proficient with anything ever, and I could use some really cool things. I thought as a sort of semi-pacifist, a net would be good.
Yeah.
Also, if you're not a pacifist, you can throw a net on something and then smack it into pieces with a hammer.
You
Oh, incoming. Oh,
So,
no.
I got an 18 on the dice, which you throw a net with dexterity,
Yeah, it's a range
it
weapon,
becomes
yeah.
17.
I like the idea that Aziraphale.
Oh, no, it doesn't because I'm proficient in that, so I get a 19.
19 is enough to throw a net on this monster. Yes.
Misspent use as a gladiator.
Yeah. You
Well-
tried it for a bit, it wasn't for
Yeah,
him.
it wasn't for him.
Everyone got upset when I made my sword turn to fire.
Yeah. Holy sword. So, yeah, what have you got the stats for a net, or do we need to
And
get
the
the
out-
MG
yeah, it
out?
wasn't
Let's
so
see.
I don't think
on
he
the
does any
outfits
damage. I think
either.
he's now grappled or something or other.
Oh,
I really didn't look up the rules. I never expected to hit anybody with it.
let's get the rules out.
We has internet.
We do. We're talking on it.
Yeah. No,
What's
wrong
that?
book.
I'm sorry. I'm the awful person who doesn't know his abilities. I do know my abilities, just
You
not what
do,
the
you
net
do.
He's
does.
restrained.
It's restrained. It's just straight up. He doesn't need a
No,
bit.
it needs to make.
Yeah, it's like a weighted net with hooks
It's
and stuff.
restrained until freed. It can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check to free
All right.
itself.
Okay.
That's going to be funny because at least 2 of you get to go before it does.
5 slashing damage to the net. Also freeze the creature without harming it.
Right.
In which case, make sure you stab through the holes.
Yeah. Don't attack the net. All right. So
Unless I can take mending tomorrow, that's fine.
So Aziraphale chucks a net over, and it sort of weights this thing down.
Aziraphale feels slightly guilty as I told it to bugger off and then threw a net on it, so it's no longer able to bugger off.
It's confused. If it
It may not
could, if it
understand me as I
understood
said
you,
that
it's
in Celestial.
confused. Is that what we're saying here?
It
Yeah.
just thinks I'm rude now. That's unfortunate. I'm not even
I
hitting
don't
it.
know if it speaks Celestial either. It didn't look like it understood.
It didn't look
Oh,
like
that's
understood.
fine then. If it doesn't know I'm being rude, then I can chuck a net on it, no problems.
Which brings us up to
Leave the net
nobody's turn.
alone.
So has this made some noise?
It's hissed and spat at Tanala.
I mean, the event in general.
Yeah, there's been like, I think Tanala's shouted at it, not shouted at it, but at least spoken at it, and then Aziraphale said in Celestial, "Bugger off," and
Old chap.
bugger off, old chap, I say. And then there was like a net scuffling and like, it's down, or whatever.
Let's be honest as well. If double
Aziraphale
move,
did do a definite cheer when he hits it with a net. I always miss with it.
Yeah.
double moving, to be completely frank,
Yeah.
I probably clanged my way forward through the undergrowth. So
Clank, 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 clank.
yeah.
Shield, clank, clank, clank.
If I'm kind of satisfied that this is probably whatever's going on over there is kind of the main distraction in a minute. If I've got the impression, as it sounds like, that this thing was guarding something, I'm going to continue forwards,
Sure.
trying to be as quiet as possible, and then look and hide.
Okay, yeah. So you continue, like, forwards. These folks are having this bit of a fight, maybe 30 foot to your left. You continue forwards into the woodlands. Do you want to make a stealth check?
10.
10. It's fair. It's fair. It's average. So you continue forwards, creeping through the undergrowth, and then you use your action to continue further into the undergrowth. Yeah. Move all the way in. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that. I think I said hide, but I'm no good at hiding.
Slower?
Pardon?
Can you get advantage by moving slower? Like you're losing your move and your action, but doing it stealthily. So only moving 30 foot instead of 60.
Well, yeah, that would be the hide at the end of it,
Okay.
wouldn't it? So you get like a good 30 foot into the bushes, into this wooded area, and you can see that there is a small, well, it's not small, like a medium-sized rock just up ahead, perhaps for nobody. A cloud moves, the moon shines down upon the rock, and you see that there is an unconscious dude with a brandy bottle on the floor, sort of led over the rock, and the shadow of somebody with a knife in their hand cast on the floor, almost up ahead.
One man's rock is another man's altar.
Yeah, one man's mark.
Okay, my turn's over, isn't it?
Unless you've got something for a bonus action, or you want to do a bit of shouting.
Well, if there's shouting involved, then it would be a spell, which would be an action.
Okay. So you sort of like, ooh, and then Tanala.
What I will have done, and what I can I keep the dog running up the hill parallel alongside me?
Sure, yeah. If that's in the
I can. It's silent image, so I can move it.
Yeah.
As long as
Absolutely
I
do that
make
then. Yeah, not a problem.
Concentration.
Yeah. So the dog continues.
I would like to stab this thing.
Yeah, it's on the floor. You've got advantage because it's
I have
restrained.
advantage. Ooh, neither of those were very good.
Oh no.
10?
10. Perhaps because Aziraphale has said, "Don't cut my net." You just don't quite make
Right,
it.
I have another hand.
Oh yeah,
With
good.
another short sword.
Coming from the different angle.
So that's 19. Yeah, 19.
Definitely managed to get through without cutting any net.
6, 7, 8, 9
All right.
points of stabination.
All right. So with this last thing of stabination, it's sort of erupts or dissipates in like this puff of chunks of charcoaly brimstone kind of thing, and smoke, and an acrid sort of scent, and Aziraphale's net falls down.
I will then start moving in the direction it was heading.
Alright, sure. You then head
30 foot that way,
yeah head into the woods.
Before it's sublimated.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's a good one.
I make a perception check.
Yeah.
At this point, I've gone another 30 foot. I don't know how much.
Yeah, you in line with although you might not see him, Aziraphale in the woods.
You can see my light.
That will be an 19, I think. Perception. No, 18.
Yeah, so you spot along the way, heading into the woods. You spot a shirt or like a jacket, or oh no, it's his blanket. Sorry. So you spot this dude's blanket sort of thrown onto a bush on the side of the vague little path in this woods, and then a little bit up ahead you spot his shirt, and then probably
I hope he's not naked.
no, he's not butt naked, but he's
No, this is just what I'm saying to
is it?
myself, because I don't know. This discarded garments could keep going.
yeah,
and
it's you could
I start
definitely-
blushing a bit already.
There's like a forest boudoir up ahead. is
yeah,
that what you're
forest
worried about?
boudoir. But yeah, up ahead you spot his shirt, and then there's probably like a shoe or something on the floor.
Oh, no.
And then you see like the trees thin out a little bit up ahead, but you
I'm
you
not
don't have
quite
dark
there yet.
vision, so. And then Aziraphale is back that way.
Oh yeah, actually, after I've seen a certain amount, once I've got put to the 30 foot away from Aziraphale, I can't see
it
it.
then gets really hard to see what's going on in the woods. Moradrin, this thing has exploded into chunks of charcoal.
Yeah,
Tanala has then went oof ahead.
Yeah, Mordrin will carry on moving forward. Go 25 foot to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything more with a passive of 11?
You can see over to one side and a bit ahead of you, nobody who is looking at something in the woods up ahead.
Oh yeah, we can all see nobody.
Yeah,
If he looks like he's focused on something, I'd head in his direction probably.
So you're heading
I'll
over to
double
him.
move.
Oh,
I'll double
but-
move over
and then
towards.
just ahead of you, because she's got 30 foot and I think you only have 25.
Yeah, but if he double moves, he gets 50.
I get 50.
Yeah, but just ahead of you is Tanala, who is even in the
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
You can
Yeah, 5
you,
foot.
you
5
can
foot
see
on.
her blushing at something
Yeah.
that you can't quite see in the dark. Oh, well, you've got dark vision though, don't you?
I've got dark vision. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the
So I see the
shapes
clothes.
of clothes and stuff up ahead.
Okay. But I see nobody off to the other side looking
Yeah,
at something as
looking
well.
straight ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
You can double move.
I'll probably move in between the two of them and
Sure.
try and look ahead.
Yeah.
So I'll
Well,
move
just-
25 foot diagonally
Uh-huh.
up beyond Tanala, sort of to near where nobody is.
Yeah, so
and
we
look
move.
up.
So we've got the three of you in this sort of
Yeah.
line kind of thing, and looking ahead, you can see a bit of what nobody must be looking at. There is definitely somebody stood up in the woods ahead. Looks like there's a rock and something, and you can see like maybe the brandy bottle has just dropped on the floor and rolls up to this stood up person's feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you need a chair there in between us? We need another chair in this room.
That's my
if we
action. I
can.
haven't got anything else I can do. So
All right.
Millie's rolling dice, so we're all dead now.
Yeah, we're all dead. Rocks fell. People died. Another city was sucked into
the
wherever.
woods
Into the
sucked
woods.
into Avernus.
Avernus. So Aziraphale, you stood there with your your magic hammer.
Yes,
Sorry,
it's
not
my
holy,
magic.
magic hammer in the air, and maybe it's because you were looking ahead, or you were really excited about the getting the net on the other one.
Oh, I totally success getting that.
Yeah, something tries to hit you from behind, and that's a 16.
I am an 18.
Oof. All right, so something. So you.
You are very clangy.
Yeah.
I am
Is it chainmail or something you've got?
chainmail. A shield.
All right, so something you hear like some teeth just scrape across your shield as you're there, and you turn around to see one of these the other one of these things.
I just cleaned that armor, you oaf.
And then it gets a rubbish one. So Margarine, it completely fails to, like, it jumps up out the bushes. And
there's another one attacking me.
yeah, it's attacking yourself. It misses with its terrible
I was going to say
7.
it needs 19.
Yeah, it's 7.
No.
They've
Okay.
the dice betrayed me on who they would attack. There, they picked the 2 most heavily armored parts of the party.
They did,
So this
yes.
thing like springs out the bushes. A third one tries to get you, but is just lame. Aziraphale.
Well, we can't be having that, can we?
No,
I'm just going to bash it in the face with a hammer.
with a glowing hammer. Sure.
Face bash.
What do you get?
I haven't rolled yet.
All right, roll then.
Can you guide yourself for hitting things?
No, because it's an action to guide.
You can guide yourself to hit it, but then you can't
I
hit
have
it.
to wait, yeah. I got a dirty 20.
That hits.
Good.
Did you throw it on the floor?
No. I bash you in the name of Millie, and I do that for 5 points of damage.
Okay. It does not enjoy those 5 points of damage.
That's fine. That was the intended
Outcome.
consequence.
All right. So this person that Mordrin could see the feet of, and the shadow that they were casting that nobody could see, suddenly realizes other people are in the woodlands and darts around something, and
Apparently our broadcast has ended.
no, she just needs to refresh. It just means her connection is sorry, the dice goblin was struggling with connection.
Every streamer should have a dice goblin.
Yeah. So nobody does a. I'm gonna get new dice.
I had blood drinker the dice.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Blood drink of the dice bear, and she's adorable. Nobody does a 13 hit.
Nobody?
Yes.
Yes. Oh.
I do forget how squishy nobody is. I need to remember that in future when.
So an arrow comes out of the woodlands from perhaps behind this rock with a drunk man led upon it, and hits you for 5 points of damage.
Good lord.
And then it's your go.
Okay.
Just
I
considers
like the
that for
idea
a
that
moment.
nobody actually says that. Just after being.
So at no point did I see whatever it was.
I think the woodlands and everything just obscures it. As you look down at the arrow, it does look the fletching or whatever it is. The other end of the arrow is it a fletching? Yeah, it's fletching. This other end of the arrow now sticking out of perhaps your shoulder or your leg or whatever part of it is. Does look like a elven fashioned construction. I'm assuming your Hell Rider training would teach you arrow recognition, kind of.
Ow.
Yeah. Also, how to say ow. Yeah.
You have to say it in a hellish, manly way.
Yeah.
Right. So I will head to where that arrow has just come from, and within 30 feet, I will try to perceive whether I can see a figure.
Yeah, so you move forwards. After about 15 foot, that's going to put you like near this rock that you can see up ahead. So if you advance like up there, you'll get a full view. And as you get closer and closer, you can see that there's a rock. There is Wellham led over it, drunk, and behind it is Volis She seems to have like this fancy red and black tabard on, and then she's got like charcoal across her eyes, kind of thing, and
Super goth.
Tell her you
Yeah.
love a cosplay.
and then also her bow and arrow. Oh well, bow because she's just fired the arrow. You found the arrow.
Okay.
Luckily, there's no
Um,
river.
Rude.
Yeah.
I would like to go to her,
Yeah.
and
Turn the arrow.
I will cast a command, please.
Ooh. Sure. What does she need to do, and what is the command?
So that needs to be a save against 14 wisdom save.
From Millie's face, I don't think that was a good roll.
So that's a 5.
What is going on with your dice this evening, Millie?
I don't know. I've got my pirate treasure dice, and
Why
then
did you
my
have Lily rolling them for you?
yeah. I've
No,
got,
she rolls natural 20s all the time.
I've got like
It's
this
awful.
pirate one, which is really pretty. Yeah, let's see.
Doesn't mean it should be excluded from dice prison.
And then I've got like this slightly goth one.
It's skulls. You
It's
can't-
got
you need to
skulls
move
and
it.
moss
To
in
your
it.
right, please.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, this scully one.
Yeah.
You with goth dice?
Yeah, I know, right?
God.
What? Oh, I can't reach it because it's on the other side. I should just get the big chunky metal one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
an
took it out
avalanche
before I
every
rolled
time
it.
you
'cause
roll.
it just-
But yeah, she gets a 5. Well, sorry, distracted by dice, but she gets a 5.
Oh,
What was the command? All right.
disarm.
So if I'm right, she just has to comply with that.
In fact, I'll go a stage further and say, because she's got the bow and arrow in her hands, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I'll say hurl.
Okay. So she just.
She instantly
throws up.
vomits.
But yeah. So she just sort of almost like she's surprised or a jump. She just kind of hurls like with one hand because she's ready with the next arrow. She just sort of flings this arrow forward. It sort of kind of tumbles, lands, doesn't end. You know, if I thought it would be amusing, she just blinds this drunk dude, but that's not going to be very nice. So it's not his fault. So she flings this arrow forwards, and then the bow sort of goes off, clatters, bangs off a tree, and she scowls at you, nobody. Yeah.
I will scowl back. In fact, I'll growl at her
Nice.
Grrr.
Yeah.
and say a couple of vague things in Infernal.
What do you say in Infernal?
What are you doing here?
Okay.
Can you say it in Farmer Giles, like, get off my
Get
plane?
off my
It
land.
has to be plain.
Get off my plane.
It's getting a bit close to how I talk then.
No, Tanala's
Well,
not
you are
Infernal.
I'm not infernal.
She's not Infernal. That's giant. All right. So you moved. You did your action. Do you have a bonus action or anything you want to use there?
I will move the. Oh, I can't. Well, no, the dog will have dropped when I
When you cast the spell.
cast the spell, so I can't try to use that to distract the others. I don't have a bonus.
Sure. Tanala. You've heard nobody shout "ow," and then he went forwards and shouted
Also,
some
I
stuff.
heard something scrabbling at Mordrin.
Yes, something jumped out the bushes and tried to bite Mordrin.
I think because you're in I think I will attempt a stealth.
Mhm.
That's a 21.
Yeah. So it seems intent upon biting Mordrin's face off.
No, but I'm not going towards that because
Okay.
it's trying to bite a paladin. That's a really stupid idea.
Needs a tin opener at least.
Yeah, he's brought
Swiss
the
Army
wrong
knife.
tools for this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to with my 30-foot of movement move up to this woman.
Yeah, she's on the other. This. Yeah, you move in. You can see on one side she's staring at nobody who's maybe 5 or 10 foot away.
With
And you
my
want to
21
sort of
of stealth, I'm going to come up behind her and shiver right in the kidneys.
sure.
I like the fact nobody's gone for like a sort of non-lethal solution so far.
So 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits Volus.
He only did 5 points of damage.
Maybe she has a kidney in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a
She's
cult
not
fanatic.
actually human. I'm really confused.
Yeah.
And I say, because I'm quite surprising because I come out of stealth, I say, nice makeup.
She's like, oh, do you like it? I got it from Debenhams. It was on sale. No, she isn't. Margarine.
So Mordrin's going to. He
You've got a
heard.
friend.
So Mordrin's heard Infernal
Yes.
spoken up ahead.
Yes.
He knows there's this thing here. I think I probably heard the scrabbling against
Aziraphale's shield.
behind. So as an action,
And me
I'm
telling
just
it
gonna-
off.
Yeah.
Just going to ping out Divine Sense.
All right. I need to always read Divine Sense because it doesn't do as much as I think it always
No, it
should.
doesn't.
60 foot.
60 foot, Fiend, Undead, Celestials.
Right.
That means you'd always be able to find
and it
nobody
can't go
when we play hide and
through-
seek.
Solid objects.
All right. So,
They're totally enclosed in a solid object.
yeah,
You
this
can-
thing in
Oh,
front
fine,
of
I
you
can
is a
walk up.
fiend.
Yeah,
The thing
I-
back there is a fiend.
Yeah.
And there is another fiend up ahead, and I need to check.
I wouldn't recognise
Do
nobody
you,
as.
does nobody count as
I
celestial?
don't know. That's just checking the thing now. Whether an SMR does.
Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
There's
I apologise.
That's all.
No worries.
It's in the I need to move these shelves around. And
Well, let's just say yes or no for now and decide later for real.
yeah.
Doesn't
All right.
make a lot
So
of difference. He's not hiding,
so for now, and as you know he's an SMR. Yes, you can sense a
Yeah.
tiny bit of celestial up ahead.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Is any of the ground hallowed?
So I-
Unhallowed.
yeah.
No, there is no hallowed land.
So I know that there's more up ahead. This thing didn't. I don't think it has much chance of hitting me. I've just heard Infernal spoken up ahead.
Uh-huh.
I just forge ahead.
I mean, the Infernal was in nobody's voice. You do
Yeah, but
recognise
he's
it.
talking to something in Infernal, which means there's probably some sort of higher
Mega demon.
higher form of devilishness.
Oh, I see.
which
see.
I don't want him talking to necessarily.
In case he makes friends with it.
What?
Yeah, she's coming for tea next Tuesday. It's all fine.
Tolra.
Total misunderstanding.
Tolra's
You know, I
totally
don't-
the best devil ever.
You know, these deals are getting worse all the time. So I'll move ahead.
Lockdown effect. Nothing's cheap anymore.
And I will go. It'll move forward 25 foot
All right.
from where I was,
So
which I think would probably get me up to near where that.
Thumb
You
on
know, near
that.
where
that was a
Nice.
brilliant thumb.
You should throw the dice to the camera.
All right. So this chunky thing.
That way a bit.
to your
Yeah.
right. There we go.
This chunky
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Got an 11, which means it still don't hit because that's only 14.
Yeah, no. It just scrabbles at my shield as,
Yeah.
I walk away from it.
It's really annoyed.
Oh, do you nonchalantly walk away?
Yeah, I
as
just-
well?
Why
just-
won't
I
you
just-
fight me?
I just move the shield round and step away.
Get out of my way. I'm like, all right, cool.
I just need to get my charger. I'll be back in a second.
Can I have a coke?
No.
Yeah,
Gosh, I might get myself.
so you can. Oh, but it was his
He's
go.
run off.
Sorry, no, I'm listening. I just have to go and get my charger.
It's
Go on
still
then,
your
sorry.
go.
Oh,
That was its
no, I've
opportunity
used-
attack.
I did an action.
What was your action?
Divine
Divine
sense.
Divine sense.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
a
Then he's
bonus
going to
action.
move towards
And
the
then I
lady.
move up 25 foot towards the
Oh,
lady.
okay. That's why I'm
towards
confused.
Wallace. Yeah.
I thought Divine Sense was a bonus action.
No, it's a
alright.
full action to do that.
Oh, okay. So we push the demon spawn away. We move forwards. It's like fight me. It's going to follow up behind him, but we'll get to that in a minute. The other one is going to continue to try and bite your face off, Aziraphale.
Okay. It's inside a big metal helmet.
Yeah, no, it gets a 7. You can have that dice back. That's rubbish as well.
You should totally attack him whilst he's out the room, so I know what happens.
Yeah.
I'll give you a replacement if you like. This.
I'm on to now. Where are my paladin dice? Is this dice in here? I just no.
Would you like the swear dice?
Yes. All right. Give me the swear dice. That might help. Thanks. All right. Swear dice are going to try and attack Moradrin. That's still rubbish. That's 15. All right. So these things scrabble at each other at everyone.
And the heavily armoured people.
Yes, regretting their life choices of trying to pick upon the holy people.
They are the best
Swarm
guard
of
animals
infantry.
ever.
Yeah. They're already in trouble for letting you get this far.
Yeah. This is just embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. This is why they are so low ranking. Aziraphale.
Well, you know, I'm already upset, and now I have to get some sand and scrub my armour. 13?
13 hits them, yeah.
I'm regretting not throwing a net on it.
You have to pick your net up, though.
Oh, that's better. 7 points of damage.
Alright. Yeah, it's
Sort
still...
of minor blinding because I'm hitting it with the bit that's got the light on.
Yeah. Makes some sort of stupid noise. Cries. Doesn't die, unfortunately.
Give it time.
Alright, so our best mate, Volis, she turns around to you, Tanala, as she's talking about her makeup that she got. That she's not. And she reaches out to try and grab hold of you.
Well, I don't like being touched by strangers.
No,
Well, I suppose I thought she was our
We
friend.
do sort of know her. We did rescue her.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Might
going
not
to be
been
very sad about this.
Melee spell attack will
If it's
be
inflict wounds, then for sure.
+3. Oh, all these dice hate me. Oh, they've.
You have to stop the cat from coming round.
Oh no, your picture is gone.
Whose picture? Your picture's gone.
That's
That's you.
It's just you.
Oh.
It's you that's disappeared for us.
There's
Oh
me.
dear.
Oh,
Yeah. All
David
right.
just took a
All right.
step to
I'll
the
just deal with this because she got a 6.
Interestingly, on the stream, it's me and Simon that's disappeared.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah. I will fix that now behind the scenes. She gets a 6. Which doesn't. No, don't.
don't
I
do
will-
anything.
Don't do
Don't
anything.
touch things.
It's
Stop
an out
touching
of cheese
things.
error. Redo from start.
Yeah, I will
I'll
fix
take
this.
this opportunity to eat the banana.
Nom nom nom.
Well, the spiky thing tried to attack you again.
Failed
Oh, it
massively.
followed me.
Yeah, it followed you up.
And then just kind of scrabbled at your shield a bit.
Yeah, it was rubbish. Sorry,
I do not
folks.
care about this thing. It
No.
must feel quite emasculated.
It's a bit annoyed.
I don't think it has a gender because
Hmm.
that's not how devils reproduce.
But beating up a
That'd be
paladin,
more of a demon thing.
beating up a paladin, it must be a goal for that sort of thing,
Yeah.
you know. And it can't.
It's definitely regretting.
To the demon gym and get some gains. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Regretting stuff.
it
Right.
needs to get swole.
Swole. Yeah. Needs to get good.
That's really weird. It's now splitting David's stream.
I know.
David's
Hang on.
video between two boxes. That's kind of.
Are there two of me?
There was
We've
1.5.
successfully cloned you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry we
oh
didn't
my.
tell you that was the
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
There
That's
we
even
are.
more upsetting.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We're back in business.
There we go. Hooray!
Something's happening.
There we go. All done.
All sorted.
So yeah, these things try and hit Modrin and Aziraphale. Then Aziraphale smacks it. Then Volish tries to grab hold of Tanala.
No hugs allowed.
No hugs are allowed though. There's this sort of ducking and diving and I guess holding your cloak in the way so she doesn't get hold of you.
There would be a lot of quite high pitched squealing. Or
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Haven't shared enough makeup.
what are you
talk
trying
about
to
yet.
do?
And then it's nobody's
Okay, so has anybody seen me or
I am stood right
Alright.
next to you with a knife in her.
Yeah, so Tanala is stood on the other side with a knife.
With a short sword inside her, and I said to her, "Like your makeup."
Yeah.
And then she tried to touch me, which
She
I
did.
didn't appreciate.
No. She then
Maybe she's checking if
You
yours is
and family.
waterproof.
waterproof makeup.
She has very clammy hands.
Yeah.
right? Well, I will start untying. Well, no, I won't. I'll Eldritch Blast Varys then.
Okay, yeah.
Playtime is over.
14 to hit.
That hits her, yeah.
Uh, 1 point of damage.
Alright,
What dice do you roll for an Eldritch Blast?
D10.
D10.
Oof, that's rough,
That's
isn't
harsh, isn't it? So
Tickle her.
this force, this eldritch blast hits her from the back as she's not looking at you, and she looks over over her shoulder and she says in infernal at you. I'd have thought a Hellrider would help the cult of Zariel, and then it's Tanala's go.
Can I say something?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Sorry, I've forgotten. Do I know whether any of the...
Do you know if anybody?
I mean, I do, don't I? I mean, can I just be reminded as to whether any of the party speak Infernal?
Does anybody? Oh, there you go. Modrin does. Does Zeraphel?
No, I only speak the good language.
Oh, okay. And Modrin speaks Infernal then.
How far away is Modrin?
About 10 foot.
Yeah, 10, 15 foot, yeah.
That's why you got so annoyed the last time.
I'll try to whisper.
Uh-huh.
What do you think I'm holding back? What are you doing? This isn't the time.
And she immediately frowns, like, huh?
Do you need to roll stealth over your perception? Or
I don't know.
Whispering, to be
Whispers. We're having a bit of a fight. You can hear Aziraphale
true.
and the thing. There's
I
other
might
things.
hear it, and I'll because it's about to be my go. I will in giant say, I can say things you don't understand too.
I know secret languages.
I love lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much in giant.
So while she's like confusedly looking back at Aziraphale, do you stab her in the kidneys?
I'm a stabber again because I'm annoyed now. Saying things that I don't understand. First attack misses.
Are you sure?
Ooh, second attack's a 19 on the dice. I don't think that'll miss.
No, that won't miss. What was the first one? Was it a natural
It's
one?
a 3 on the dice,
Oh,
which
okay.
would make it a 7.
Yeah, no, that won't hit. She doesn't have a massive armor class.
7 points of stabbing damage.
7. Okay. That hurt. She squeals. Unhappily at being hurt like that. Margarine.
Talk common like proper people.
Like the worst kind of tourist, aren't we?
Speak common, fools.
Talk my language. Your country.
Margarine, this thing has snuck up behind you.
Yeah.
I say snuck up. It just walked
I
and then tried to
ignore it.
bite you.
I ignore it again,
Oh, okay.
and I move forward into the clearing.
Yeah. So there's a
Obviously.
rock. There's an unconscious dude on the rock. On one side of the rock is Tanala. In the
Does he
middle,
appear- Sorry, go on.
in the
Sorry.
middle is Volis, and then on the other side is nobody.
Does the guy on the rock superficially? I'll make a perception check.
Mhm.
Does he appear injured? Oh, that's well below my passive. That's like 4. So I don't know.
He doesn't. He doesn't
My
look
line's
like
too high up for you.
he doesn't look like he's covered in blood or he's got a dagger
No.
sticking out of him, and there's certainly
Okay.
no
You might
demon
be-
trying to crawl out the insides of him.
You
but-
might be distracted by Volus's hellish tabard
I
and
would-
face paint.
Yeah. So I will move up to Volis,
Yeah, round a bit, past your mates.
if I may.
Yeah.
I can see she's injured.
Yes, she is injured. Yeah.
I'm not going to kill her straight away. Oh, I might not hit anyway, but I would like to put my sword up against her neck. And I say, you are going to tell us exactly what we want to know. Otherwise, your life will end here and now. Do you want me to make an intimidation check?
Sure.
Because I can do that. Well, I can try, rather.
You didn't put the sword up to her neck. You're a gnome.
Put it up to.
It's a
long
full
sword.
reach. You'd reach up to someone. She's only an elf.
Knees.
It's a long sword as well.
It's a long
It's a
sword.
really, really
It's a
long.
small long sword.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
there's no way it's like bigger than what, a foot. I mean,
Are we
that's-
talking Final
how big-
Fantasy here?
But
think
get
so.
I get a 16.
So.
Would you like another dice to blame?
All right, so Volis probably uses some choice swear words in Infernal.
I understand all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so she swears at you a fair bit, and says
I just shake my head.
she would never betray the cult to losers like you. And
In Infernal.
yeah,
Right.
that's
I
Volis.
mean,
Right,
if
can-
I could
Can I just say?
understand,
Can I just say, Millie? I don't think you took the opportunity attack against me.
I didn't. 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh yeah, that will hit.
Oh,
I'll still ignore it. I'll still walk
yeah,
away.
yeah. He doesn't have
But-
Sentinel. Well, none of that malarkey. That's 4 points of damage.
Okay.
4 points of slashing damage. Because I rolled a 1. But it is their go now. So this dude bit you. You walked up. You threatened. Are you holding an action to, like, if she does something, you're gonna stab her in the chin?
Been the action to do the intimidating pointy.
I was going to say I thought the intimidation.
Oh
and so
yeah, I
forth
guess it would
be
be
an action.
intimidating.
I didn't think I could do
Got
more.
like some
So
effort into it.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I've attempted to parlay with her.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Some sort of code has been adhered to there. But the spawn is going to try and bite Aziraphale and fails because that's a 9.
9.
I was shaking
and
off my
this
foot.
chapel with his
Yeah, this chap
pride restored.
is going to come round and try and bite Tanala in the bum because she's not
Oh.
as holy nor as
It's covered in tin.
covered in tin, and now he's got other options. And he seems to be renewed with this other options because that's an 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And does 7 points of biting in bum damage.
That's not cool.
Not my bum.
Yeah, because he sneaks up. Well, he doesn't sneak up because he's not a rogue. He's a devil spawn. But he comes up behind and bites you.
I say
Haunch-
ow
Haunch of Furbolg.
and other things in Giant because we're all playing the game of I speak
I'm not.
languages you don't speak.
I spoke to her in common.
Yeah.
No, I know, but these guys are playing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they are. Aziraphale.
Well, I will say, kindly fuck off and hit it.
Would you please? Fuck off.
I'm going to use my second luck point.
Sure.
Oh, 13.
13 hits.
Good.
I love the little chuckling.
Bye bye dice. Six points of damage.
And it does, as you hit it with your glowing hammer, smack it into the floor. It explodes in chunks of charcoal and sulfur. Begone to the hell it came from.
I will move 30 foot towards the next enemy.
Yeah, so they're all in the clearing. You get up to the clearing's edge. You can see that there is one of them trying to bite. Well, it's just achieved Tanalab's bum bite. Margarine is holding a sword at Volus's face.
On tiptoes.
On tiptoes.
Bouncing
He
up
stood
and
on the
down.
rock.
Child can hold a stick in your throat.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
an unconscious dude on this rock.
I'm not trying to do it to you.
And
It's a verbal.
nobody is on the opposite side to Tanala. Volis. What's she gonna do?
She's gonna do what you
Come for you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She looks at Moradrin and says, sit. And you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course I do. Saving throws. 10.
10. No, her DC is 11.
Nah.
So you find yourself sitting
Yeah, I
down
sit
on the
down.
floor. She commands you to sit. In a very patronising tone as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like every ounce of her.
Boy, he's not a dog.
I take it you can't tell someone to punch themselves in the face with command then.
No.
So
There's,
it's all
It's
quite
one
mild.
word.
yeah,
Then you tell her to sit.
it's one word. It's also
I do have command,
Yeah,
actually, so...
yeah. It's just a command kind
tit
of
for tat is
situation.
entirely possible here.
Tell her to lie down, you've got to raise the
Yeah,
stakes.
lie.
Yeah. And then that's her go. She can't disengage, but at least she's now got the sword out of her face. And she looks over her shoulder at you, nobody, and it's your go.
Okay, cool. So, can there's a couple of questions. One, can I just ask, do I know anything about the cult that she just previously mentioned?
Other than it mentions Zariel, who is the angel that led the Hell Riders down to end the Blood War. No?
Okay, the other question is, when she just commanded my associate here, did I notice the use of any item that I could identify as being associated with any particular figure? Does she seem to have a spell or totemic focus?
Let's just double check command. No, command is just a verbal. You only need a verbal command, and it's the. So she doesn't need to use anything to make it happen, other than her command of the arcane arts, or indeed divine arts. She could be a caster in the same way that Aziraphale is.
Anti-poet, anti-cleric.
Yeah, and the word.
An evil leaper.
An evil leaper, yeah. So no, she doesn't use a focus or bits of cotton wool or anything.
Okay, well, I'll say to her infernal. This doesn't have to end like this. This is not the time.
Do you? Are we persuading her? Are we deceiving her? Are we?
I'll try to persuade, please, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Let's check.
Your levels of...
17.
17. So she looks at you and says, Margarine hasn't spoken Infernal, has he? He's only spoken in common.
Not to her. Not to her.
Yeah. So she looks at you and she says, there are many of us, and if these fools believe the cult dies with me, so be it. Carry on the work. So she's basically saying,
Better dead than smack.
We are Legion.
Yeah.
Like we thought the cult ended with her.
No, but
It
she
wouldn't. What a stupid. No, I'm not for her to be. It's just.
well, she's like, all right, I'm gonna take this hit so you can carry on the dark doings, and you put these guys off the trail. She's totally in with that. Nobody is a secret cultist, isn't she?
Yeah.
So she's going to be a martyr, basically.
Yeah. She's gonna martyr herself so that the rest of the cult can carry on. So that's that. Tanala.
I am very upset about having my bum bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn around and smack this dog thing.
Yeah.
Do I technically get sneak attack? Because I don't imagine there would be anyone threatening it, because
No,
it's
it's on the other
sat on
side.
his bum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can attack from prone. You're just disadvantaged.
No, she's
But
hoping
do
But
to
whether
get
you
the
threaten, I
second
don't know. That's a rule I'm not sure on.
Yeah.
Ooh, I crit.
Oh.
There's a fox face.
Tis a fox face. Well done.
You could have said fuck
You
you.
get 2d6.
Do you know if I
anyway.
was really
Oh,
cool,
but-
I'd have like some sort of animation I could put over the stream when we crit.
Yes.
Right, I have to go.
Streamers and fireworks.
Yeah, I'll go away and work that out.
Have you seen all the gifs
we
and memes of the cat vibing to music?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need the yes, actually, that would be
Yeah,
spot
it's
on.
just
And
it's
we
in
need
like the bottom
an
left of the
horn
corner
as well.
one.
Ba 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 ba. Yeah, okay.
A bit overdone, isn't
It
it?
is
Air
a bit,
horns.
it is.
Vuvuzelas it is then.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
That's what
God.
I'm going to spend my week doing. Just recording Vuvuzela, so it's my own copyright.
I can't do maths. 19 points of stabbing damage on this dog.
Alright, so you just turn around and just flat out stab it in the face, right in the eye.
Yeah.
By the time your sword is fully like
And then
extended,
my other sword is going in her.
it explodes. And then you
Good.
turn around and just lunge for her.
And that's it's +4, isn't it? I think. +4, yeah. So that's 21 to stab her,
That hits Polis, yeah.
which won't be for much because it's going to be foxy face. So you don't add your dex
No,
to
not
your
to-
offhand,
Not your offhand.
do you?
I can't.
I
There's
always
two
get-
feats. One lets
No,
you
I
add
don't
your
think you do.
proficiency
No, you
So
don't.
it's
to
just
your
6
left
point.
one
Just
lets you
6
add
points to
dex.
her.
Alright. It's not as precise an attack as the one against the devil
Well, to
spawn.
be fair, I just one shot the devil dog, and then I turned around and did 6 points of damage to her. So
So
I
it's a
think
good
it's
a good
alright.
good turn, yeah.
Just overbalanced as you.
I
went
give
through it.
myself a gold star.
Yeah. She scowls. She's not happy. She's hurt.
Well, I'm hurt too. Your dog just bit my bum.
And then it's Mordrin's go.
So Mordrin,
Mordrin, sorry.
that's okay. No, Mordrin is
Mordrin.
going to attack her.
Stand up.
There's half movement to stand up
Yeah.
and attack her with the long sword.
Short long sword.
Short long sword. 12.
12 does not hit her, no.
Ah, that's a shame. Never mind.
No.
You're so thrown off by the.
I'm thrown off by this conversation that's been going off. I kind of raise an eyebrow at nobody. Because he knows I can speak Infernal.
Yeah, of course he does.
You look so
Who,
innocent.
me?
You can't really make it.
Who, me?
Practically a cherubic face.
They're all dead. Aziraphale is in the clearing.
Was it me?
Yes, it's you.
What have I seen then? Did I see all this? Do I know they're just
So,
fighting?
so you've heard them shouting in Infernal. You've heard Mordrin telling them to stand down. You've seen this thing bite Tanala, and then she just turns around and stabs it in the face, and it explodes. The dude is still unconscious on the rock. That.
Okay. Is she within 30 foot of me?
Yes.
I will march over with my best. Want to speak to the manager.
Your best Karen.
Gate. Yes.
Gate.
And then I'm going to shout like, "Have you seen the state of my armor? Thanks to those stupid bloody things."
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attempt to just flicker on the nose to
Alright.
use inflict wounds.
Oh, okay. He's gonna. Excuse me.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm going to use my final luck point.
All right.
But inflict wounds is pretty good. So
It is very good if you get it to land. She didn't.
Oh, that's a 10, and I'm going to be at 15.
15. Yeah, you get her. Just the tip of her nose
And melt her face.
and melt her face.
It's 3d10, which is amazingly
It's phenomenal.
hefty damage.
It's phenomenal.
That's
3 ones.
Potentially so, yeah. But for a level 1 spell, 30 damage, potentially.
I know.
is
If
just
Graham
nuts.
rolls 3 1s, then the camera will fall over as he just chucks everything at the table and
I just laugh, that's perfectly fine.
tantrum.
I got a 5, a 5, and a 6.
Nice.
So I got just over half. 16 points of no face anymore. Thank you.
Would make it 7.
Oops.
That withering Karen touch, grab, whatever, just drains the life from her.
Oh, that's wonderful. You stomp up because you've been left alone back there with that monster.
Mhm.
You just stomp up full Karen and just boop, death.
Okay.
To which Vollis kind of drops to the floor, dead. After a moment, there is like almost a moment of spontaneous combustion as she burns, and instead of exploding or like disappearing, like her body like burns and becomes cremated, and it's almost like it sort of draws down into the floor below, and there's like a charred mark underneath where she was. None of her clothes or anything she was wearing. Yes, nobody.
Was that on her death?
Yes. So if there's a special
If
thing,
one of us wanted to do a thing,
yeah, there would be opportunity, yes.
right? Obviously, because I've sent you a private message there.
Oh, I have not seen it.
Yes, I didn't read it, but it showed on my
Oh,
screen as well.
shenanigans are happening.
I'm
Shenanigans are afoot.
Gonna go and look on a different screen. Hang
Oh,
on.
just look away. I'll go and see what Abel's doing.
Well, I still have to come and look at the screen.
Oh, is that why it popped up? Because I'm using your screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, so that you can look at the private thing in private.
I've done it pertaining to hold an action, but if it happens or it's something that I can do within a obviously within a round, which would be presumably enough.
Okay. So that would be an action, wouldn't it?
It would be an action, so I wouldn't be able to do that until my next turn. It's just the assumption of death obviously always sort of kicks in, and the
Yeah. Okay. No, I get it. Because. And I return to my box around here. Aziraphale comes over, slaps, boops Karen's snoot. You need your headphones. You can still read it because I'm about to explain what happens.
Okay, that's what I was holding my hand up for, because your private message is there.
Yeah, you can still, or don't read it. Just be, don't, yeah.
I must admit, I deliberately picked inflict wounds, hoping to like permakiller.
So yeah, she begins to drop. Nobody rushes in and grabs her. There is a moment where she begins to panic because she's like, you can feel how hot she is, and the floor underneath her burns. The grass singes. You can see like her, almost like she's been in some sort of real hot fire. Like her skin is charred, and that sort of blistery kind of appearance. And nobody sort of catches her. And there's a moment where she screams, and instead of where she died and become dull, she's like sort of panicking and barely conscious in nobody's grasp. And the floor and the grass underneath her is still like charred and burnt. There is a scent of sulfur in the air, but she is not dead.
with that still happening, when the floor burns and through all of that, I will shut my eyes, and can I perform or deceive as though it is hurting me?
Sure, yeah.
Is that you deceiving us?
Yeah.
All right, I like this.
So insights from us.
Mm-hmm.
You could just take it.
22.
Just take it as truth. You don't have to challenge it.
What did you get?
22.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't.
I rolled a 3 on that.
Yeah.
I could match it.
Do you want to, or you just?
No, I'm gonna see what happens.
All right.
Came here for the fun.
You came here for the lols. So yeah. Nobody also
Yeah.
seems to be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just realised my maximum will be 25. So
So nobody seems to be getting hurt while she's burns. Eventually, it stops. She passes out, and nobody looks to be unscarred, but not unscathed.
But he does have an arrow sticking in him.
He does have
so-
an arrow sticking in him.
Yeah.
I specifically, it's that I can't see.
Okay. So you're pretending to be blind, essentially.
And then, yeah. And I have her in my arms, presumably, if that's okay.
Yeah. The dude on the rock is still unconscious. In this
Could you go and wake
I
him up?
go and scramble up and have a look at the dude.
yeah,
on the
in this
rock.
quiet moment, you
He
can
was my
hear
main
him
concern.
snoring.
Oh, he's snoring, is he?
You
Yeah,
might need to do that thing you did last time he was drunk.
No, first thing I do is slap him,
he's like,
wake him up.
yeah. Eventually wakes up. He was a bit drunk. You notice like almost dropped on his chest. So it's probably like clatters off onto the floor as he begins to wake up. Is an iron dagger.
is it
I picked
important
that
that
up.
it's iron?
Might be.
I picked that up.
Yeah.
Like it should be steel?
How drunk is he?
Oh, he's drank a whole bottle of brandy.
I lay on hands to remove the poison again.
All right. And he promptly,
He's going to feel really hungover this time.
promptly throws up and feels incredibly
good.
hungover and is like,
Good.
oh,
I leave him. I just come down off the rock.
he just clamber down.
Aziraphale is going to try and drag Volis out of Nobody's arms so we can see what's wrong with Nobody.
Is that what you do? You just like put it down, let's check you over, kind of thing, or do you just go to
because
remove
he's
her?
holding on to her, so I guess I would just grab her by the back of the cloak and just tow her back onto the ground. Because I guess I believe that he's currently blind.
I won't let go of her.
It's not your stuffed toy, though, Nobody.
He keeps hold of her, yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to carry her back to camp? Nobody?
I will use Cure Wounds on Nobody.
Okay.
Do I need to take the arrow out first, or will...
Yeah, I don't have any healing left, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess you'd have to maybe pull the arrow out and then heal it, but
I
that's
don't know
part
if
of the
it-
I'll
thing.
happily do that.
Yeah.
Mordrin grabs the arrow and yanks it out of his thigh.
I'll scream. Give me a moment. See to... I can't remember his name.
Wellham.
See to Wellham.
I already have.
Are you going to carry her back to camp?
Well, if you can't see, no.
Because it would be better if you just give her to me, because I can throw her over my shoulder and carry her very easily. Do you want me to carry you as well, because you can't see anything?
I can fix that.
No.
I can cure the wounds.
I'll bring her with me.
Oh, that's
Are
gonna be
you
Why
are you
don't you
okay
need
to carry a whole person? You're only little.
It'll be fine. I've got donkey. We'll go to where donkey was, and then
Okay, do you want me to carry her to where Donkey was? Because she's a bit of a dead weight there, and you're not very strong.
It's one thing to say Ray would be happy to be able to have a trial and put it to death.
I am a fully grown Asimar.
Yes.
Yeah, but
You just
she's
didn't
furball,
eat breakfast
so
as a child. so
everyone's
sure.
tiny to her.
Yeah.
You're very
Just making-
small, and I could just carry her for you. It would be a lot easier, especially as you're blind. You can't see where you're going. If you like, I could carry you whilst you carry her.
Put them both on a donkey. Pick up the donkey.
Would that be useful? Because you can't see where you're going.
Why are you blind anyway?
I don't know. When she died, it went into flames, and it went right into my eyes, and I can't see.
Okay.
Well, if you let me take her, and then let one of the boys guide you.
Well, I will pull nobody's eyelids up and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh,
On
that's a
his
bit.
eye, the eyeball.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any light that comes along with that, but you know.
No.
I mean, I have quite sort of silvery blue eyes, don't I? Anyway.
Yeah, quite pretty eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cure Wounds is D8, isn't it?
Yeah. 1d8 plus wisdom.
He's lifted
sadly,
up
I
the eyelid
only
and
do
he's trying to
5
kill
points
him
of healing.
straight up there.
Can't touch his eyeballs, but you can just peel his eye,
Yeah, I'm not trying
check
to
his
hurt
eyes.
him. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to. I'm confused about why he's blind and trying to make the magic go
Yeah,
where I want
particularly
it
because
to.
when you peel the eyelid back, his pupil probably dilates.
Yeah, so do you want to make a medicine check, or are you not that kind of not kind of cleric?
That isn't really my intention either. I'm not trying to see if he's tricking me.
Just
Hey,
curing
you're
him.
trying to work out what's wrong, though, aren't you?
No, he's just curing him,
No,
just
I-
making
I
sure
was
the
just
cure goes in the right
relying
place.
on the magic will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That
if
is
it
the
doesn't,
cleric way.
tomorrow I'll wake up with different spells and try those.
Yeah. All right. So it doesn't look like anything has changed in nobody's eyes.
But his leg is better at least.
But yeah, the wound that he has received from Volus's arrow has indeed healed a little. If you cannot see it as some sort of curse,
Did that
perhaps.
work?
I'm
Nobody?
going to come over and I'm going to start gently
Oh, hang
like
on.
unpeeling the hands from the lady so I can just carry her to your horse.
Yes, leave
'Cause
him
you
for a
can't
moment.
see.
Okay.
Um,
I'll allow that to happen.
Did that work? Nobody.
No.
Oh. Do we have any of her arrows? Oh, do I have a dagger?
No, she hurled them into the
Does
woods.
anyone have a dagger?
Yeah, you might have a dagger. There's there's an
I have a
iron dagger.
Oh, well, no,
I
that's-
produced the dagger.
We have her evil ritual dagger for
I'm
murdering.
clearly not going to use that, but it's a bit of an extreme idea, but I could stab you in the eyes and then heal it.
Please don't do
No!
that. Please-
No, don't do that.
Try one eye?
No!
Well,
I
if
do
I
feel
can't
like
do it tomorrow,
right
then
now
just
is the time for experimentation.
I think we
Just
should get
consider
her
it.
back to the camp
I
and
agree.
him, and then maybe we can figure something out when we're back there, not in the middle of woods filled with devils.
Well, they're not very much. I'll tell you what, nobody. Why don't I put you on my horse and you can ride in front of me, and then you'll get home safely and quickly. And you can put whatever this person's real name is on your own horse and lead it.
So I think that's where we end tonight. I think because it's 11 o'clock now.
Yeah.
We guide nobody back to Donkey. Tanala carries the unconscious Volus back.
Mordrin's probably dragging
The drunk Wellham, the drunk, back.
Absolutely.
picking up every piece of clothing
Oh, we should
he
probably have a
dropped
look around
on the
area.
way.
Make yourself decent
Stashed
again.
anything?
Um,
Like a bag behind the altar?
I am
What's in
so
a
angry
quiver?
with this person.
Yeah.
Was her belly full of gold?
No, her belly was not full of gold. But you do find her pack. Her pack is there, so we can check that next
So
week.
we'll take
Yeah, that's
that as
fine,
well.
Yeah.
Before we get back to the horse? Is there a time when I can get
Yes.
woman just to wrap things up
Yes.
and do the right? So when it's got back to the horse, can I whisper to her in Infernal? Sister, we need you to stay with us for the task. Let me in. And I would like to engage in Gaze of Two Minds with her if she is willing.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is. It's like a Vulcan mind meld.
Yeah. So yes, she will obviously consent to that because she believes you are also part of the cult of Zeriel, and yes,
Galaxy brain move there.
yeah, big brain, sneaky. Well,
And I will say to Donkey, Donkey, be careful. This lady is evil.
okay.
She's dead.
Donkey doesn't understand what you say. Donkey understands the words I say.
Okay.
Unless you can mind meld with your donkey as well.
Probably. Probably.
Oh, well, let him do his gaze.
Yeah, so yes, she
Oh,
will
I'm
do
not
that.
telling him to stop. I'm just I when I go and drop the woman on the horse, I would then go to the horse and
Warn
say,
the horse.
"Be careful, horse. She's evil."
Yeah.
I wouldn't try and stop any mind meld or anything. I wouldn't know what was going on. I'd
No,
just be
no, no.
talking to the horse. Horse immediately bucks.
Yeah.
Donkey's made of sterner stuff. He's a war horse.
Mm-hmm. He is indeed a warhorse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She will permit that. And so that is a thing. With
consequences.
Yes, with consequences, and we begin our return to the camp, which we will sort next week.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
many
Sorry for doing that. It was a
shenanigans
plan
to
I was sitting on for an hour, so I wanted to finish it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be something
Awesome.
cool, so I skipped the insight check. I was like, I don't want it. I
I
want to
did-
fail.
I've got this. I'm with that. So yeah, should we do this again next week and
Yes,
find out
sounds
what
good.
shenanigans?
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah, no worries at all.
Awesome.
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye,
Millie.
Internet.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Internet, for
Thank you
watching
very
us play games. There's
Bye,
been
Internet.
people
Bye, everyone.
watching. Dice Goblin, it is time for bed. Please go
Go
and
to
brush your
bed,
teeth.
Millie.
And it's school tomorrow. And I will do that, and then we're done. Not too late. Oh, it's not too late for everybody else. But
We had one guy in the chat.
yeah. So there is
There's it.
Oh, there's a Dente, yeah. I see them in the chat. And then let's do this meeting.
It's when they, as I say, it's when they pop up with webbing suggestions.
Questions. I've seen that mannequin. That's the wrong way
exactly.
round.
Yes, yes.
I look forward to
Ah,
it.
wait, it
That's actually
appears.
spoilers.
Nice.
Spoilers. Yeah, that was fun.